Namaste, I am Shiva Swati, and this video is about explaining the limitations of the law of attraction. One is that the law of attraction will work whether you believe in it or not. So, even if you think that there is nothing called the law of attraction, the law of attraction is a law of creation and the law of repetition combined. Scientifically, it is the law of like frequencies merging with each other. So if you merge water with water, it will mix. But if you merge water with stone, the stone does not absorb the water. So what it says is that if you are made of stone and a softer person comes in your life, you will not absorb the energies of that person because you are made of stone. And then you might feel unloved or unhappy or depressed because your inner frequencies have become very hardened due to experiences of life, past lives, conditioning, whatever might be the reason. Now, to be able to feel loved and to be able to attract love or to be able to resonate with the flow of love, you will have to convert your frequency from stone to water, right? If you are continuously being very harsh, very hard, you will attract other energies which are like stone in your life, and they will also be hard. So when you meet, you will clash. That is how wars happen, because when two stones meet, the only way they communicate is clashing. So if we need a peaceful world, which everyone says they want a peaceful world, nobody says they want a world where everyone is fighting, then you have to understand that frequencies will mix with each other and you have to be peaceful within yourself to attract peacefulness, the frequency of peacefulness from outside. If you are unhappy, if you are tense, if you are violent from within, even if you don't realize it on a day to day basis, but there's a lot of rage inside you, there's a lot of anger inside you, then you will attract frequencies which are angry from outside. And there will be wars, there will be terrorism unless individuals learn to be peaceful. When each individual becomes peaceful, the whole quantum becomes peaceful, right? But if each individual is harsh, the whole quantum is like everywhere there's terrorism and wars. If some people are soft and majority of the people are hard, then again those soft people will try to break the rocks and create peace where there are clashes. So, but they will not feel successful because most of the people are made of rock. So, frequencies matter. And your first work, whenever you want to manifest anything in your life, is to match frequencies. If you want uh, peacefulness in the world or even in your house, you need to be in a peaceful vibration yourself so that peacefulness spreads and you attract peacefulness around your surroundings. What can happen is that people who are not peaceful in your house might leave your house and go. There can be divorce, there can be death, there can be trauma because frequencies just cut each other off. If you are trying to be very peaceful and you are very meditative, you are very spiritual, then you will find that you are a loner in the world, probably in your world, because a lot of people around you are unhappy, in tension, restless, and your frequencies don't match and you end up being alone. That happens. It can also happen that if you are trying to be very peaceful and in your house and you want all the amenities to be met and you want all your loans to be repaid and your financial security to be very high, but you don't have a good relationship with your husband and there is no sexual relationship but everything else is normal, then you might end up staying in a marriage where you would prefer to divorce, but because you want peace, then everything continues the same way because all other amenities are met. So you have to make your choices. It is possible that because you want love and passion, you might end up with a man who is very restless, or a woman who is very passionate but very dramatic, or she is not reliable because she is dramatic, she is passionate. So it is also possible that you might get a passionate and peaceful partner, but to be able to stay with that partner, your energies have to be matching with that partner. You have to feel peace within yourself, equanimity within yourself, calmness within yourself. Otherwise, again, if you are restless and the other partner is peaceful, he or she will simply walk away when you are restless, right? Simply because they do not want to indulge in restlessness too much. There are several people who ignore important issues and become peaceful. That is also not the correct situation to be, because then happiness does not come in. You might find yourself very peaceful in a situation, but you might find yourself very unhappy, depressed, or sick, and simply because you are ignoring all the bad doings around you, and you are unhappy but you can't do anything about it, and you choose to repress it all. In those situations, past life therapy helps significantly. You have to uncover the inner sides of yourself, find where you were abuser, because of which you are facing abuse from outside, and you have to learn to forgive the abuser. You have to learn to forgive yourself. Only then you can find peace and happiness in the world. So peace and happiness starts from the core, from yourself. It does not come from outside. Similarly, honesty, um, lack of corruption, everything starts from the core. Now, if you train your children to only study for marks and not for the concepts, not for enjoyment, they will become corrupt at a later date, because everything that you study for marks may not be meaningful for you. So you are studying only because people are telling you, and similarly you are taking bribes because people have demands and they ask you money and you have to give them money, so you take bribes and give them money. So corruption starts in a way from childhood, from your schooling years, when you are compromising. If you learn to be, independently thoughtful, and you learn that you don't need to compromise, you will not be corrupt, you will be honest. So corruption, greed, revenge exist because we train our children in those behaviors. Children simply imitate us, and it is not, children imitate parents more than listen to them. And if parents are corrupt, children will automatically be corrupt. Children will automatically hide things. The moment you show them acceptance, they tell you everything. They like to talk. But it's when you say, no, this is bad and this is bad, and how can you do this? Then they hide things. And several children simply hide things because they have past life differences from you. A lot of children, a lot of parents have past life problems. They have misunderstandings, and they come together only to patch up those misunderstandings and learn to live in harmony with each other. But you will realize that the more clear you are in your center, the more easily you will manifest things by the law of attraction, because you are vibrating clearly. If you use spells, visualizations, etc., but you are not clear on what you desire, the law of attraction will not manifest things in a way that it can be maintained. So law of attraction exists like the sun rises in the east. Similarly, the law of attraction exists, and you can argue that the sun does not rise in the east also. Of course, there are several points everywhere, so that does not matter. The main, we can take the majority opinion that the sun rises in the east, and law of attraction is a law of matching frequencies. All the spells, visualizations, manifestations, everything that you do is to match frequencies to get what you desire. That is the core of the law of attraction. And to manifest with the law of attraction, you have to learn how to match your frequencies. And often there might be sacrifice asked, there might be people leaving you, you might have to leave a job so that you get happiness in the way you desire. You might have to accept marriage even if you don't want to get married, simply because you want to feel loved or secure in your life. So there are several compromises you might have to make which you don't want to make, because you are manifesting something with the law of attraction. The third limitation is that it will manifest feelings and not the actual realizations. So if your actual realization matches your feelings, if there is clarity inside you, then you will manifest the physical realizations. Otherwise, you will manifest only feelings. Thank you.